Hello, welcome back to the part 2 of this tutorial. These are the strap we are going to be working with. I have two pairs, that is four, and you're going to make sure they're long enough so that when you draw or launch it, you still have enough to go down your hair bow. Next, you're going to extend the underbust part of your pattern, both the front and back. The lining piece are optional. You might decide to extend the lining piece as well, and that's what I've done here. I sewed the zipper allowance so that the front and back pattern will match. Now I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch the side seam allowance. I would repeat the same thing for the lining pieces as well. Next, we're going to work on the pattern that is going to be at the upper side of the dress. You're going to cut out this pattern 4 times. Yes, you heard me right, 4 times. So let us count: 1, 2, 3, 4. Two for the right hand side and two for the left hand side. The part that I wrote zipper allowance, remember we have a 1 inch seam zipper allowance there. It's not going to be a zipper allowance there, it's going to be the center front seam allowance, because this is what is going to account for the stitches that is going to separate the front and back neckline. So you're going to sew up to 5.5 inches, and there's going to be like a split opening here. So once you launch, it will open up to give you that v neckline. Now you're going to sew the shoulder line, and then you are going to create a channel where you're going to pass your strap into. The end part that is going to the underarm is going to be gathered. If you watch closely, I've run two threads to 1/8 twice, yes, to 1/8 apart, that's quarter of an inch apart. Once you're done, you're going to bunch them together, and the part that is going for the armhole, you're going to fold twice, 1/2 inch twice to hem the armhole. So now let's start stitching. Now I've gone ahead to stitch the shoulder line, and this is what we have at the end of the day. You're going to take this to your weaving machine and serge the seam. Next, after serging the seam, you want to take this to your machine and sew on a 7/8 inch seam allowance, that is 1/4 of an inch, to create a channel where your strap will pass through. So that's what you see me doing at the moment, creating a channel where the strap will pass through. Once you're done, this is what you're going to have at the end of the day. I'm trying to bring it closer so that you will see the channel that we have created. The next thing you're going to do after creating the channel, you're going to get your bucket threader and pass your strap through the channel. And while you pass the strap through the channel, please make sure that once you get to the neck point, make sure that the strap go in like 7/8 to 1 inch, so that when you want to fold the neckline, it is not going to be bulky. So now I'm going to show you how to pass the strap and how to hem the neckline. So now let's work on the strap. Before you pass the strap, make sure that you have 1/2 inch opening at the armhole part of this piece. You can see that we don't have an opening there. I'm going to create an opening. If you look closer, I've hemmed the armhole. I folded the armhole twice, 1/2 inch twice, to hem the armhole. Now I'm going to come in with my seam ripper, and I'm going to create the hole where the strap is going to pass through. After then, I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew the center front. I'm going to sew up to 5.5 inch. Yes, 5.5 inch for the neckline opening. For the back, you are going to leave the back as it is. Don't sew it. I have stitched the center front, and this is what you're going to have at the end of the day. You can see that we have an opening there, and if you notice, I have not hemmed the center front. I just stitch. Now I'm going to open 1/2 inch towards the armhole. We have hemmed the armhole as well. I folded the armhole 1/2 inch twice and top stitch. What you see me doing right now is trying to create an 1/2 inch hole where our strap will pass through when coming from the neckline. For passing of the strap into the channel, if you don't have a pin to work with, please use a bucket threader. If you don't have a bucket threader, please use a pin. Anything that can pass your channel, your strap into the channel, that's what you should use to make your work a whole lot easier. I will recommend the bucket threader. So once you pass this strap, the next thing you want to do, you want to pull up to the end, and you are bringing it out from that 1/2 inch opening that we have at the armhole part. While you pull, make sure that the strap is in to the shoulder line by 1 inch. Yes, as you pull it into the channel by 1 inch, so that by the time you hem the neckline, that place that is going to be on the shoulder point is not going to bulky. It's not going to be bulky. Make sure you drag in the strap into the channel by 1 inch, so that once you fold twice, your folding seam is going to be on the strap on the inside. It will help you hold the strap together. Once you are done, I took it to my machine and I staged the neckline. The next thing I want to do, I want to gather the part that is going to be stitched to the under bust. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to gather the four parts, the two parts at the front and the two that is going to be at the back. Once you are done gathering the underbust seam, the next thing you're going to do, you're going to pin the center front to center front. Okay, that's the center front to center front. You're going to pin, please watch the way I'm going to pin this armhole to the underbust part of this tutorial. You will start to pin the gather part of the upper side to the underbust pattern. Please take your time to do this and watch carefully how I did mine. Now I pick one side of the armhole and I'm going to pin it to the side seam. Yes, to the side seam. You can see I'm pinning one side of the armhole to the side seam, and I'm going to bring the other side to the side seam as well. You can see that we have our armhole opening. Now you are going to pin these two parts like so. Make sure that they are glued together at the underarm side of the armhole. Now for the one that is going to be at the center back, please don't pin it directly on this zipper line. You are going to come into 8 of an inch, that is quarter of an inch, before you pin the part that is going towards the zipper. So you come in from the zipper line quarter of an inch before you pin. Now you are going to take your time and gather the whole piece to the under bust piece pattern before you take it to your sewing machine and you stitch them together. Once you are done pinning, you are going to bring your lining piece and you are going to place it over the upper bodies like so, upper bodies pattern like so. Okay, the underbust piece, then the upper piece and the lining. You are going to sew and top stitch. Once you are done, this is what you will have at the end of the day. You can see how nice and beautiful it came out. Now let's work on the skirt part of this tutorial. The next thing you want to do, you want to bring in your skirts that you cut out from the part one. That's the piece that you want to gather into this asymmetry details that you have here. So I'm just taking my time to remove all the thread that we used to gather the dress. Now I'm coming here, I've run to loose thread or seam on this fabric. The next thing you see me doing is just to gather it up. After I'm done gathering, I'm going to pin it to the dress, and this is what you're going to have at the end of the day. You're going to also add your lining piece the way you did before. You add your lining piece, the skirt pattern, then the bodice pattern, and then the lining. You're going to take this to the sewing machine and you're going to stitch them together. And this was me when I was trying to stitch them. While you stitch, please make sure that you move all the pin as you are stitching, so that to avoid stories that touch the heart. So this is me trying to stitch all the piece together. After I was done, I ironed the center back seam, the zipper allowance, and gave it a nice press. This is how nice yours should be looking as well. The next thing you're going to do is to take this to the sewing machine and hem the this part of this dress. Now if you want to hem this kind of skirt, you're going to fold it twice, quarter of an inch twice, and that's what you see me doing. And after I was done, I added my zipper, and this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumb up, like and share. Bye.